Hello, I'm Chris Kopp. I'm Senior Museums Officer with the County Council's Archives and Heritage team, and we've just completed a digitisation project to get an important local history collection of First World War images onto the web. It's a unique collection by a local and military historian, Jake Whitehouse, who's very well known locally for writing a book, A Town for Four Winters, which tells the story of the Great War camps on Cannock Chase. The army camps on Cannock Chase were one of the most important aspects, and tens of thousands of soldiers were trained during the First World War, ready to see active action on the Western Front. So there were effectively two towns full of troops on Cannock Chase from 1915 to 1919. Well, with a big photograph collection like this, there are over 1,600 images. It's not something you can do an exhibition or a book with and show more than, say, a couple of hundred at the most. So getting 1,600 images on the web, it means they're out there for anyone to research all around the world, whether it's from New Zealand, people researching the New Zealand Rifle Brigade, or Germany looking at prisoners of war. It gives us a worldwide reach for this fantastic collection. So I've got one or two of the over 1,600 images which are on the website here. These are some of the postcard images we have. First one here is of Brindley Hospital, where soldiers were treated on Cannock Chase down towards the Hednesford side of the chase. And then the other image I have here I'd like to show you is of prisoners of war. There was a German prisoner of war camp on the outskirts of Brockton during the First World War, and among other things they did amateur dramatics. So this is one of the photographs from one of their shows, probably in about 1917.
It's an absolutely fascinating collection, and it just shows the role that Staffordshire played in the part of the camps on Cannock Chase.
Yeah, well, Jake had a military background. He was born in Bloxwich, had a military career. He was in the parachute regiment among other places, and then when he retired from the military he became a local primary school teacher in Stafford and lived in Brockton, and at that point started to research the history of the Great War camps on nearby Cannock Chase. A couple of things we're able to put on the website are these cap badges and uniform badges and buttons which belong to Sergeant Claude Jelly of the New Zealand Rifle Brigade, who came back after the war and made great friends with Jake Whitehouse, gave them to Jake, and Jake has given them to the County Museum Service now.
We've got a huge vote of thanks to Jake for doing this, for all the enthusiasm and the drive collecting these photographs, and special thanks to his wife Jill for allowing us to use these in the digital display in the museum. And I'd also like to thank our volunteers, as always. They played such a huge part in helping us to put these together, so thank you to everybody.